the Emerald, the Marseille, which is the blue, Oyster, and then finally Cerise. We've taken orders for how many? 1,200 of these are gone. Greg Shockley, great to see you, buddy.
Thanks, David. I appreciate it.
Be well, sir.
Here's my caramel apple.
All right, it's time now to talk about wines. We're making our way this way, yes? Now, you all know that we have been enjoying now for a little over a year the Happy Dance wines. And we just recently went into production with the new holiday Happy Dance wines. Well, Vintage Wines Estates, who helped us put these together, entered all the wines that I selected in wine competitions. Now, there are 4 wines. We'll hold on this graphic for a moment. There are 4 wines in this offering. The Cabernet Sauvignon won 2 golds. The Merlot won 2 golds and a bronze. The Chardonnay that we chose won a gold and 2 silvers. And the brand new, never done before, Winter Rosé won a gold and a silver. So every single one of these was taste tested by me, chosen by me, and put together for you through the wonderful help of our friends at Vintage Wine Estates. And we're super excited that we can do this for you today, but I need to let you know already 700 sets of wine have been ordered. Now, you can order this in a variety of ways. Now, the first way is 3 bottles of any one varietal. So this is the Winter Rosé. Don't wait, most popular in the 3-bottle set. And then we've got the Chardonnay, which I'm really in love with. I think this one's going to be such a nice one if you're a white wine lover. Remember, the Rosé, the Winter Rosé is a little sweeter. Then we've got the Chardonnay. Then I've got a beautiful Merlot. And finally, the big, bold, heady Cabernet Sauvignon. 3 bottles of any one of those varieties, or you can go all white, where you're going to get 6 of the Winter Rosé and 6 of the Chardonnay. Go all red, and you get 6 Merlot and 6 Cabernet. Or you can do what we're calling the variety. And that's most popular. And in the middle, you get 3 of our Winter Rosé, 3 of the Chardonnay, 3 of the Merlot, and 3 of the Cabernet Sauvignon. This is something that is only found at QVC. These were blended and put together just for us to offer to all of you at home. Now, let's talk about delivery map. And every single state colored in red is where we can ship wine. If you're in one of the states where you are not shaded red, make friends with someone in a red shaded state, because we cannot ship to those states that are, I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states that we can't ship to. Just recently, South Dakota joined the family, as well as Oklahoma and, of course, Pennsylvania. So, great opportunity for all of you to enjoy wine and get it home in time for the holidays. I'm so thrilled this wine is here. And we were able to bring in plastic wine goblets that have all been sanitized and were just opened moments before I walked up to the table. So I will be able to sample the wine along with you today. And who knows, there might be a happy dance involved. Hey, let's welcome in Brian Doherty, who is joining us. Brian, welcome. And I'm so excited that these wines have finally arrived. I love them.
Oh, I'm so happy. Cheers, David. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And unbeknownst to me, you surprised me with the awards. I didn't realize we were going to be entering these into contests, and every single variety won awards.
Well, I have to tell you, you taste them so early in the process. I don't know if people realize this, but this is like 6 months out that you're getting to taste the samples. The winemaking team called me after you had made your selections and said, "We think these are home runs. Is it okay if we send them in to a few contests?" Lo and behold, they all won. Just fantastic.
Well, let's begin with one that you also told me is a first in the industry. No one has ever done a Winter Rosé before, and all the other winemakers are looking to steal the name. Is that right?
Well, I'll tell you, a few weeks ago, I was out in Napa and Sonoma, and actually we shot a little video tasting note in the vineyard on your wines, which we put on QVC.com.
Right.
And people kept stopping by. The workers in the winery kept stopping by and saying, can we try the winter rosé? We never heard of it. And I think it's just a great idea. You know, David, we've talked about so many times that the one rule in wine is there's no rules.
Right.
If you like sweet wine, there's no reason that you should only enjoy it in the summertime. And the idea of blending, and this is a blend of 7 different wines, of blending this kind of delicate, slightly sweet wine that'll be perfect for the holidays. My hat's off to you. You've done just a fantastic
thank you.
job here.
Notes of raspberry, juicy watermelon, key lime, citrus blossom. I mean, it's just slightly sweet and really lovely. 1,200 sets of wine are now gone. Then, Brian, let's talk the Chardonnay.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, Chardonnay is the most popular of all the white wines. So we were so impressed to see that this won a gold and 2 silvers, right? It's quite a testament. But it's a perfect Chardonnay for heading into Thanksgiving. You know, it's got a little bit of Chenin Blanc in it. So it's not one of those big butter bombs. This is a medium-bodied Chardonnay that goes perfectly with food, any kind of seafood. This is perfect with turkey, David. Just
my goodness, just really lovely.
Right, you get a little bit of that green apple, just a little hint of vanilla. Right, it's perfectly balanced. And it's
maybe
got that
just
great
a smidge of butterscotch in there. Maybe just a smidge.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yes, you're right. Yes, a little bit of scotch.
So nice.
Good job.
Thank you. I am so tickled with how they, and you're right. I taste tested these wines way back in the summer. And it was in the early summer that I tasted all these wines. And Brian ships a lot of wine to me for me to try.
The hard job, David.
It was a labor of love. The Merlot turned out beautifully. Let's talk about the Merlot.
Yeah. So the Merlot is really just off the hook here. You know, it's got all that plum, all that dark cherry. But if someone is a white wine drinker and they're just starting to get into reds or whatever, the signature of this is its smooth finish.
Oh, my goodness.
And I always tell folks say, gee, you know, what are David's wines like? And I say, well, they're just like his recipes. If you like his cookbooks, if you like his recipes on the blogs or anything else, he knows his own taste. And these wines pair with those flavors. You'll love them. This is a fabulous Merlot, David. Really nice.
I mean, we're talking black cherry, notes of tea leaves, plum.
Oh, yeah.
It's just really, really delightful. And then finally we get into the big, bold Cabernet.
So this is the king of red wines, and this does not disappoint at all. It's got all that big, bold flavor. So think of it. We're heading into the holidays. Maybe you're making braised short ribs. Maybe you're having a prime rib.
Pot
we
roast.
Want a nice, big, bold, pot roast.
All of it.
We want a nice, big, bold wine to go with that.
Oh, and this one, and I'm just making sure I don't miss any, boysenberry, blackberry, plum, star anise. I mean, just really lovely, gorgeous.
A little bit of spice, a little bit of even a little chocolate even on the nose. It's just great. It's I'll tell you what, it's gonna go great just when it gets cold out with a fireplace.
Your standing rib roast, a New York strip steak. Now, I've just now tasted all 4, and something you haven't seen me do a lot of in the last many months is the happy dance. There it is. Come on. Let's do a double. Let's do a double. All right. Happy dance for the Happy Dance wine. You'll also notice that each label has a silhouette of me doing that famous Happy Dance, and I am so in love with how these wines turned out. Please, if you can, get the mixed case, the variety, because I want you to cook with that Cabernet. I want you to make short ribs with that Cabernet. I want you to be able to braise a pot roast in that Cabernet. Oh, my word. I want you to have it with your prime rib and your steak and lasagnas and, oh, my word, so many goodies. So, a variety of ways to order. You can do any one varietal in 3 bottles. So here's the Winter Rosé 3-bottle. I have 600 remaining in the Winter Rosé. You will love it. Slightly sweet, fruity, and lovely. The beautiful, smooth Chardonnay. 3 bottles there. 3 bottles of the Merlot. 3 bottles of the Cabernet. But the real savings comes, $45 savings, you stock up and say when you buy the case. All white, I have 500 left. If you want the all red, 750 left. And if you want the variety, what was that, Sean? Most popular tonight. And how many? 2,300 remain there. And auto delivery means for a total of 4 shipments, we're going to be able to send you more great wines for the season. So we're going to ship these now, March, June, and September. My promise to all of you is that I will personally select every wine that wears the Happy Dance label. Brian will probably enter it in wine contests, and we'll see what happens. But I am so